What? Huh? Where are we?
I love that sound you made right before we went live, Eric. That was like you sounded like an old spring. All right.
What? Wow. Wow.
Eric's always be making sounds.
Wow.
Uh-oh. Hey,
What?
I'm trying to fix Eric's little guy, but he keeps snapping to me. Hold on. Harvey, you get out of the way.
Try holding
Oh
control.
god.
See if that does something.
Harvey broke us. Hold on.
Oh dear.
Why are you keep making Eric and I like sink into the floor? What's happening to us?
Oh god, it's quicksand.
Harvey!
Harvey, no! Why'd you put the quicksand here?
Oh god.
I was just trying to scoot Eric's chair over a little.
Our house must be on top of a sinkhole.
Oh god, we can never escape sinkholes. Why?
Oh dear. You see, Milo, this is why sinkholes are important.
What?
Yeah, Milo was denying the existence of sinkholes the other day.
Were they really?
They were lumping it in as like quicksand being a thing you never encounter. And literally everyone else in the conversation was like, you encounter those like all the time, though.
Yeah.
I was
like,
around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
I
do you
was
know
like,
how
I
many
literally-
neighbors and like people I've gone to school with that like their houses have been straight up destroyed by sudden sinkholes?
Yeah, I was like, I literally have a sinkhole in my backyard.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I
didn't know
used
that.
to. We filled it up, but
Yeah. Oh, hello,
Yeah, I was
FNAF
like,
fan.
really? I feel like I would have noticed it.
It's where the trampoline is.
Yeah,
The
that's why it's not
trampoline is
there anymore.
placed perfectly over it.
That's why I was so worried about you guys all jumping on the trampoline at the same time, because I knew that the trampoline might fall into the sinkhole.
And you let them do it anyways. I don't think I got on the trampoline, I don't remember.
You got up, but didn't actually bounce on it. You were just sitting on it.
Yeah. That sounds accurate. Anyways, now that we have, gotten out of the quicksand that Harvey precariously placed our chairs over, much like his trampoline, yeah. We're gonna be playing more Resident Evil tonight.
The second installment in the Resident Evil franchise.
Second installment.
Yep.
The second installment.
Nope. Yeah. That... I'm sure it's happened more than once.
Yeah.
Don't they say that's, like, the thing in Resident Evil? Like, what happens to the Spencer Mansion or something?
Yeah, that's the cover. There was a sinkhole
Yeah.
there.
The same with...
That's why it fell down, wherever.
Yeah, the same with, like, in this game, the, like, massive, like, hole in the ground in the middle of Raccoon City. They're like, yeah, it's just construction.
Yeah, we found a sinkhole here. We're just trying to fill it up. Don't worry.
Don't look too close.
Is that lava? Sure. It's sinkhole equipment. Anyway.
Sinkholes really do be sinking.
Yeah, they really do be sinking. Anyways, we're in the sewers. In the, like, water treatment facility. I forget where exactly. We're about to... Oh, yeah, we just got out of it. We're grunting in pain. We're back in the police station, technically. I don't quite remember what we're trying to do. Oh, I need to go... I haven't saved Ada, so I need to go back, actually. She's still in danger somewhere. Can't take that. Slurp down some Neosporin.
Shout out to Neosporin. Honestly.
Alright, so we need to get to the control room, I believe. Or no, I need to go through this place to the garbage. I didn't do it though, because I knew it was gonna, like, make progress, and I didn't want that yet.
Ah.
Because I knew I could also get back here. And this was a safe point.
A gaming classic, avoiding
No.
progress.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to.
Bless you.
Oh, god damn it, I swear I hit the mute button.
Everything
From now
about
on, whenever you
so
just
loud.
go... From now on, whenever you just go quiet for a while, I will just say bless you. Just gonna assume now. Like, hurry up and say anything for a minute. Bless you.
No, yeah, what you need to keep an eye out for is when I, mute, but just for like 5 seconds at a time.
When you say a word, but suddenly stop, and then come back at 5 seconds later. Just interrupt whatever you're trying to say again with a bless you.
Into the water.
Water!
Into the water.
Camera? Thank you.
The water camera.
Water cam?
Waterproof
man.
camera?
I,
You?
when
No.
I was a kid, you know, this was back in the day when you
were a young boy?
had to use disposable cameras to get your pictures taken.
No, this isn't where I want to be.
So, my parents had bought a waterproof camera because we were going to the water park the next day. But I was just like, oh, a camera. So I used it to take pictures of the news. Because my dad
Why?
wasn't home yet. So I was like, oh, he likes the news. He'll want to see the news. I took pictures of it for him.
How old were you?
Very young. I was like in pre-K.
Okay.
Okay.
So like 5, 4, somewhere around there. Maybe 6.
That's beyond pre-K, I think.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know how old kids are these days.
Well, kindergarten, you're typically like 5 or 6.
But yeah, so yeah, I remember the next day we went to the water park. I think it was Typhoon Lagoon that we went to. No, it was the cold one. It was Blizzard Beach. Yeah, and we went there with my cousins, and my dad checked the film and realized that most of the film was taken up, and he was like, "Why is it taken up?" And I was like, "Oh, because I used it." And yeah, he wasn't happy, so he
Goddamn.
didn't take any pictures of me.
Get wrecked.
Yeah, he just took pictures of my cousins.
He didn't take any pictures of you.
Get wrecked.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Hey.
Nice. Oh, Jesus.
Sir?
Jesus Christ!
Me too, Leon.
Ooh, fire!
Sir?
Oh, ow. Ooh. Is that fire spreading? That doesn't look good.
We're fine. We don't need to worry about the fire.
You know,
The fire
fire
is
spraying
scripted.
usually is bad.
Sir.
It kind of looks though. Yeah, yeah.
Well, they sound angry.
Ow.
Hello, sir.
Unequip knife. Equip you. Okay, yeah.
I like your status is
Excuse
just fine.
Ow! Not anymore.
Ooh. Ooh,
Now it's
caution.
caution.
It's still alive?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Leon. You think they fall into an empty dark pit is enough to kill something? Nah.
Not in
Come
this
on, man.
world.
Have you seen Star Wars: The Clone Wars?
Jesus.
Sir!
Owie.
Ooh.
Come on, you gotta roll out of the way.
No, he's not Claire. He doesn't know how.
Aw.
It's his first
not
day. He
Claire, he's
hasn't
not
learned
Jill.
yet.
Leon hasn't played Dark Souls.
My dude.
Oof.
He hasn't been trained in rolling yet.
No, sir.
Yikes.
Stay still! Oh, you
Ooh.
whore. Aw. I was really hoping I could.
I wonder, can he see out of all those eyes?
I don't
Or is it
believe
just the
so.
one big eye?
He's got multiple on there. Oh my god. That didn't even make sense with the way you were standing.
Like, imagine, like, what your perception would be like if you had all those eyes, you know?
Not great.
Yeah. Because, like, bugs have, like, the, like, eyes with a ton of eyes, and, like, they just kind of see in blurry vision.
I mean, eyes in general work very weird.
Yeah. Ah, man. Imagine, like, what it would be like being one of them biblically accurate
Oh, you better be
angels
close
with
enough to the thing.
Now I got
all the
You
fucking
better be in the
eyes
way.
around them.
You better be in the way of that thing. Okay, could you hurry up, Crane?
Come on, Fraser Crane.
Get him!
Get over here.
Yes. Okay, now 2 more times.
Good old rule of 3.
Like any good boss fight. No! Leon. Oh my god, I got stuck in him for a second. Oh, Leon.
Ooh, nice
You
dodge.
evaded for once. Okay.
Dodge!
Come on, come on, come on. Turn around. Oh, God.
Let's do this.
Bitch. Stay
Hit
there.
his shoulder
Stay
eye.
there. That was a warning shot.
Ooh, he's
Is it
holding
3
it.
times or is it only 2 times? I don't remember. Oh, I guess it's only the 2 times. I could have sworn it was rule of 3.
Oh well.
Maybe on easy it is.
Let's hope that's the last of them.
And on, like, harder difficulties, they're a little kinder.
Maybe.
Maybe. Alright.
Yeah. It is cooler if you just get him with the one, you know?
More badass.
Yeah, I'm more cinematic. That
I
was
love the
interesting.
doors that are just locked by that, like, deadbolt. It's really funny to me. And now I open this. I didn't even know I needed to yet. Or maybe I did already see Ada. I don't
Ada!
remember.
Ada, where are you?
Over here!
Ada with the bit of rebar sticking through
Getting
her
worried there for a second.
thigh.
I can't get it out.
Ooh.
I don't know if I should,
Just do it. I can't walk like this.
okay. It's gonna hurt. Hold on. Oh,
Yikes.
I can do it myself.
just relax, okay?
Don't worry, I have Neosporin.
If only we had Bix.
It'll heal anything.
What do we do now?
Rub some Vicks in your wound. You won't be in pain because you won't feel anything.
Oh, like,
Neosporin for the body and Vicks for the mind.
The situation's worse than I thought.
you're not getting rid of me that easy.
Wait, thank you.
You protected me.
Thank you for the bit.
That's my
Oh, shout out.
Oh, hey.
Didn't realize we were
Shout out to
close.
Connecticut Clark.
There he is.
Clark.
We gotta make that.
Grab my shoulder.
When's that gonna
Emote.
become the emo, man? Why are you making the emote, Harvey?
Trying to help.
Why are you rolling it out?
You know what?
There
I'll do
he
that now.
is. Connecticut Clark.
We have to get to the nest.
Connecticut Clark.
Wow,
in
Connecticut-
Connecticut
Connecticut
Clark.
Clark, you're
Not
famous.
let it slip. That's where the virus samples are. You up for
Always
this?
appreciate you.
Think I can fit it in my schedule.
Come on. We got work to do.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm for the
Cable
leave.
car will take us down to nest. My wristbands are ticket
I
to
like
ride.
that Ada and Leon are
Nice.
both like clutching their abdomens
Found it.
despite not being
Anyway,
injured
we're
there.
almost there.
I guess they've been injured like everywhere, but it's very amusing to me that Leon was shot in the shoulder and she got stabbed through the thigh and they're both like, ow, my tummy.
Oh my god. I just fucking read the Connecticut Clark comics again.
They're so good.
Yeah.
That'll make me
I just love
Okay,
I
bye,
do not
Ada.
want Connecticut water.
Bye, Ada. You don't want me to carry you, so I'm just gonna run away. I'm going this way.
How's the shoulder?
Worse than it looks.
Whoa.
There. Both got one foot in the grave.
Whoa, what?
I just found fucking art of Melina refusing the Connecticut water, but she has gigantic titties.
Isn't that always the case?
Well, she has giganticer titties. Like, you know, in the original meme, she has like humanly possible titties.
I guess.
Like just in this art, it just gigantic titties. I guess also they changed the angle so you're looking down at her, so you can see into the titty. What the fuck is that?
You tell us.
Oh,
Okay,
I've
bye, Ada. I
never
need to go
seen
get
Connecticut
something.
Clark's Connecticut dog.
How do I get...
I need to show you guys fucking the Connecticut dog.
Alright, in here... This will take me downstairs.
Ooh, Link.
Oh,
It's
um,
yep. Mm-hmm.
that's a... Okay. Oh, are you alive? Are you alive or dead? You look dead. I think that's dead.
Connecticut dog.
That's
There's
dead.
so much Connecticut Clark fan art. I love it.
I love Connecticut Clark. He's
I
perfect.
honestly don't know what Connecticut Clark is.
Oh, you've never seen
it's just
No.
a
Connecticut Clark?
weird little comic of the weirdest little guy.
Like this thing that you sent me, Ron, is the most I've ever seen of Connecticut Clark.
Is that the one that it starts with like someone making an OC? And it's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
like what's their backstory? It's like, oh, he's just like a guy. And it's like, oh, does, you know, like, oh, he was like tragically orphaned though. It's like, no, he has parents, they both love him a lot. It's like, does he have any powers? No, he's just some dude. It's like, is he at least like really handsome? No, he's pretty average looking.
And the interesting about him, he's from Connecticut.
Yeah, just Connecticut Clark, just the most simple guy. Where is this?
Is that Homestuck?
And then, like, yeah, the Connecticut Clark comic is Malfina, like, meets Connecticut Clark for some reason. She's like, whoa, dude, you're a solid, like, 4 out of 10. But he's, like, the sweetest guy, and she loves him.
My favorite thing is just like when he's like, "Will you make me the third happiest man in all of Connecticut
Yeah.
and be my bride?"
It's just cute. It's just real cute.
I wonder who the other two guys.
Who the
are.
other two? Yeah.
His mom and dad.
That's fair.
Whoa, dude, you are a solid 4 out of 10.
It's just so good. I love it.
She was in the middle monologue like, whoa, dude, you're a solid 4 out of 10.
It's so funny.
The fact that it's in the middle of a monologue is hilarious.
Connecticut Clark and Malfina are very good. Wholesome.
I love the Connecticut water.
Connecticut water is very funny.
Oh man, whenever I see like just like the panel of her saying, "I do not want the Connecticut water," all I can think of is like the fucking 1984 Big Brother. You do not want the Connecticut water.
I love the original comic, the panel of her just going, what?
Yeah.
What'd you find this time?
Have y'all seen Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah.
The first one.
This tram is bound for Nest.
Oh.
Do not exit until the final destination.
Oh.
I
Please
also
be like.
love
I can't
the,
wait for the FBI to raid Umbrella headquarters and take those bastards
like,
to justice.
wedding
agree.
photo of
To be clear,
Malfina and Clark, and
You're not working in
she's
official capacity.
gigantic.
Yeah.
Once we get the G
She's
files, I'm in back
Connecticut
of my own.
Clark is like 2 feet tall.
Leon,
Comes up to her
Trust me.
knees. I have seen that meme,
Trust me.
and I love it.
honestly,
It's the vibe.
Yeah.
you'd be dead.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought I might need your help.
That's the type of relationship I
If you
want.
can secure the G-virus, I can make sure what happened in Raccoon City never
It was
happens
a
again.
very sweet relationship.
You said it yourself. It's a federal case. I don't
Leon,
have the authority.
look at me. I'm a liability now. If I'm gonna finish this case, you're the last hope I've got.
A lot of
I'm not just
pressure
gonna
to
leave
put
you
on
here.
Leon.
What if you're attacked? What if you need help?
Especially since it's
Ma'am?
first day.
Ma'am? That was incredibly unprofessional.
I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
Dude, you didn't even get
I
consent
gotta see this
first.
through.
Can't just go
I
around
want to
kissing
see you
twinks
again.
like that.
Leon just like, what the fuck?
I got plenty to live for. Trust me.
Now, arriving at Nest.
Oh, this one's for you, Beck.
Okay.
Go. Please, we don't have much time. You're gonna need this.
Me in the 7th grade.
Okay.
Leon. Counting on you.
I know.
Hado, why did you kiss me? I've known you for 4 hours, and you've been nothing but mean to me this entire time.
Did I show you the cute Connecticut fan art?
Maybe.
No?
Okay.
Look at all my combat knives.
Aw. Yes, you did send that one.
Oh, rip.
Yeah.
I've got a fucking 1,000 links open, looking at all this Connecticut.
So many
damn, I
tabs.
never went back to develop that film. Whoops.
Darn. Ah, well.
Gonna
What can you
miss
do?
out on that one, like, bit of handgun ammo, I think. Pretty sure that's all it gives you.
Hello.
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 Howdy, Mullo.
Okay.
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 That was something.
Truly was.
Was, in fact.
My chemical flamethrower.
You're just in time for Connecticut
Chemical
hour, Milo.
Romance.
Oh yeah, Connecticut Clark stopped by earlier.
Who?
My
Connecticut
Connecticut
Clark.
Clark. It's
My
actually
chemical
Skittles' Connecticut Clark.
Romance. Why is Harvey putting
For your
so
safety,
many...
stand clear
Because
until
we were
the
talking
doors
about
are fully
Connecticut
open.
Clark.
I know.
Because he showed up and gave us 300 bits.
For your safety, stand clear until the doors are
Skittles'
fully open.
Connecticut Clark.
Oh.
For your safety, stand
The
clear.
I thought you were
man in
saying, like,
Connecticut.
Skittles is, like their Connecticut Clark. Like,
It is.
T-H-E-I-R.
It is their Connecticut Clark.
Oh!
Jesus Christ! I thought you got it the first time.
No,
What was that other realization then?
It was me realizing that Skittles, it wasn't a character that Skittles liked. I thought it was Skittles is Connecticut Clark. Listen, there's a lot of theirs. There's a lot of theirs. Okay. They are the one
They're
they own. I don't know.
possessive.
They're possessive.
It is the Connecticut Clark that they have.
God.
Who's being
Mess.
squishy over there? Stop it.
Sounds like you had it there.
Oh boy. It wasn't horrible. I mean, stuff's been going on at my job.
How dare you?
I know Beck knows about some of it. All of it, actually.
Excuse me.
Ma'am, I don't even have, like...
God,
Napkin?
I fucking zoned out and tried to spell Connecticut.
Yeah? How'd that go for you?
Quineticut.
Huh.
Sounds right to me.
Queenicut.
Queenicut.
Queenicut. God.
So, I'm eating food. Would you guys like to hear about
Yeah.
the cursed Harvey I met
Yes.
today?
Oh, definitely.
We would love to.
Okay. So, the man that walked into the building today, right?
Mhm.
So, I can't even begin to describe. The best way I can describe the way that he looked like,
Venue is designed for educational
he
living,
was Harvey,
using our latest
same
biological
hair,
research.
same
Enjoy our tasty
like
selection
curly
of healthy
hair,
foods.
same texture, same color. If Harvey was lankier, and a little paler, like, right? So this man walks in, okay, and me and my two coworkers were just kind of standing facing out to the cafe, and he walks in, and we all greet him how we normally do, which is, hi, welcome in. This man turns his head at us, nods, and does like a finger wave off his forehead, and then beelines it to the bathroom, right? It's the only recognition we get from this man. After he closes the bathroom door, me and my two coworkers at the exact same time look at each other and go, what was that? Like, can we agree that that energy that that man just exuded was awful? Like, not even
His
like,
vibes are rancid.
not even like mean, like, oh, he's gonna make our life hard. It was just like, his vibes were weird.
Mhm.
Like, he walked in and he made that motion and everything, and we were like, what the fuck? Did like an undercover agent just walk in? Like, what was that, right? We all picked up on it at the same time. So he comes out of the bathroom and he comes up to order, and I'm immediately over the headset, like, no, I want to take his order. I have to know.
What the fuck was that about?
So I go up to the POS, and this guy, he still has his sunglasses on, okay? Cannot stress this enough. He still has his sunglasses on. And I'm like, hi, what can I get for you today? And he goes, one medium,
Ah, he got in.
large, medium roast coffee. And I was like, okay. And he's quiet. And I was like, do you want cream or sugar in that? He's like, no. And he like does this like weird smirk thing. And I was like, okay. And I give him his
Anyways.
total. And he takes his sunglasses off from the like arm, right? Like he takes them off and he like flicks them shut and he puts them in the oh yeah, also he was wearing jeans, t-shirt, and a blazer. But again, Harvey, I love you. It was the same energy as when you wear blazers. Like it was that same like I don't know how to describe it. So he puts the sunglasses in the front breast pocket, right? And I'm like, okay. And then he reaches into, he's not making eye contact with me either. Like he's like staring, just like, I don't know where he was staring. But he's not looking down at like what he's doing. He's just like staring at the counter.
Oh, dude.
And he's takes out his wallet and he like taps it on the counter 3 times. The leather wallet. He goes tap, tap, tap. Flips it open like with his thumb and then takes out his card and taps it on the reader. All in like one fluid motion. Like this man, this is how he pays for things. Like he taps it, he flips it, and he had his card out. And I was like, okay. Again, the vibes coming off of this man, it was so weird. It was so weird. And like, I go get his coffee, and he just stands there and stares at me while I do it. And I hand it to him. And I go, here you go, have a nice day. And he looks at me and he goes, mercy. And then turns around and gets a seat in the far back corner of the building. Okay?
That was alternate universe
Facing
Harvey.
us. Wait, it gets worse.
Oh god.
Oh god.
So He does this, right? He sits down. 5 minutes later, he stands up because he's greeting a man who is bald and looks like a mafia boss.
Interesting.
And they shake
Dr.
hands.
Lee, your
The
presence
guy
is
orders a
urgently
drink. They
requested.
sit down and they proceed to play chess for 4 hours
What?
in the cafe.
Huh?
They didn't order any more drinks.
Cartwright
They
in the
didn't
east
say
area.
anything else to us until they were leaving. And when we left, the guy did the same weird nod again. And they walked out. And then they sat on our patio. And they were still there when I left at 9 o'clock. And then when we drove back the building, because we stopped at McDonald's, we drove past the building, they were still there.
That's kind of scary.
And the reason why I say evil Harvey was because it was if
Muckers.
Harvey was confident about being evil. Like, Harvey, like, you get, like, jokey, haha, I'm evil now. This man, it was just his energy. The way he stood the same way you stand, which is, again, very specific to viewers that will not know. But Beck and Eric know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
talking
I can
like the
picture
hand
it.
on the hip
Yeah.
and the, like, foot out.
Like he's modeling.
Yeah, he stood the same way. And, like, I don't even know. It was the most cursed. I was, like, tense the entire time that I knew he was in our lobby.
Understandably so.
Yeah.
We're like, what was the mercy? What was that? He ordered in English.
Mercy.
He didn't have an accent. What was that?
I think this guy was part of the mob.
He didn't
There
look
was
cool
some,
enough
like,
to be a part of the
weird-
mob.
Weird shit going on.
That's the thing.
You become part of the mob like by hereditary. So you know, sometimes you're just born not cool.
Or not cool.
You know.
It was the
This
worst.
is nice guy Eddie from Reservoir Dogs. Just kind of a freak. He shouldn't be part of, like, this organized crime family, but he is.
You know what? You know what it was? So, Harvey, you know when you, like, do something and we're out and about and we're like, why'd you do that? Right? And then you kind of, like, laugh it off and we're like, that was weird. Why'd you do that? Right? This man has never had somebody to ask him why he did that. This
He's never had a back.
He's never had a back.
Alternate
on the
universe
show.
Harvey, where I didn't go to high school with him.
He was a little bit too confident in his weirdness.
I wasn't there to bully and humble him.
Bully and humble him.
It was so odd.
I found the most cursed Connecticut Clark fan art.
Okay.
Okay.
Moving on, apparently.
Yeah. We're done here, Milo.
You can still talk about it. I need to show you guys this fan art. It is insane.
No, there's nothing really else to talk about.
I
His
feel like-
chessboard was like a miniature travel one that he like closed up. It was kind of weird too.
Interesting.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, you would think that's cute.
I had a friend that had one of those.
Was it
Travel
Harvey?
chessboards are cute. They're just tiny and they're neat.
Jesus.
I really love that quiet. Yeah, you
happened
would
here?
think that.
Senior staff clearance required for
I just
Smile
Very
only
funny.
thing. Smile only likes full size chess. No love for
Yeah.
miniature chess.
them playing chess for 4 hours in the corner was really the like cherry on top. That was like, this cannot get any weirder. These men are here for chess. It felt like they were meeting to play quote unquote chess, but in reality they were talking about something top secret and that was just like a cover
Yeah.
up.
Like they're
That's what-
talking in code as they play.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that you don't think that they're cool enough to be in the mob means that their disguise is working.
I don't even know, man.
They're on like 5 levels right now.
Ah! When did you get here, sir?
Hair, a wig.
Hair a wig.
God.
Hold on.
That
was
would have been
wild.
a fucking shock. If you turn around, turn back, and the hair was just gone.
Sirs?
It was like so funny because he even like had it parted the same way you do.
Oh my god.
It was so wild.
You know what?
Uh,
Okay.
I'm gonna share this Connecticut Clark art.
Okay.
Die, please.
It's genuinely unsettling though. A warning for body horror, I guess.
Body
Okay.
horror.
Can't wait to not look at that.
Yeah,
Are you
it's
dead?
it's
Oh,
certainly
God.
something.
No spoilers, but Beck, my roommate is currently watching the last episode of season 4 of Stranger Things.
Oh, hell yeah.
To context, she finished season 3 last night. So
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh
My
wow,
mom and I
that's
are
one of
gonna
Stranger
restart
Things.
the series tomorrow.
fun.
Oh, is that... What is this? What am I looking at?
The caption was if somebody designed Connecticut Clark the same way we designed dinosaurs based off of just their bone.
I see. Horrible.
Mm.
Who the fuck is Connecticut Clark?
You
Like, I
don't
know we
Connecticut
established.
Clark either?
No.
Oh, breaking
Oh,
my
thank God I
heart.
wasn't the only one.
Breaking my heart here.
Here, I'll send you the Connecticut Clark files.
Honestly, we'll also start
I
listing
don't
all the
think I
movies
want
I've never
them.
seen.
No. These will be nice, fine, good file.
Damn. Didn't guess the code right. Ooh, I'm in caution. That's not ideal. See if we can take one more hit or not.
One can hope.
One can only hope.
Is that the Joker?
What?
The Joker?
Yeah, I just found fan art of the Joker coming to hang out with Melfina and Connecticut Clark.
Interesting.
Can you
And
get
apparently
closer?
he's their son.
What?
I don't know.
It's like
I
me
don't-
describing Dream SMP lore.
I don't want to read into the fucking Joker in Connecticut Clark universe.
Can you die, please?
No.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
I just have a. I just found a picture. It's just a picture of a fucking peep, and the label is Connecticut Clark's ancestor. Oh my god, it's so true.
Thank you. Just a little bit.
Just a tiny wincy bit.
Sir? Oh, hello. Hey! Hey, you didn't set on fire! Why not? Sir! Yeah, sure, I'll use the flashbang on you, I don't care.
What the?
I agree, what the? Why are they not dying permanently? Oh, did that one go finally? Yeah, there he goes. Come on.
Come on, just hit him with a hammer.
There he goes. Alright. Give me that back. Beautiful. Backtracking. Just a little bit. So
I thought
can
you were gonna
put
start singing
some things
Backstreet's
in.
Back.
Why would I ever do that?
Because I heard you go back, and like in a tune, and I was like, huh? Because that's my
Alright.
first. That's my first response.
Nope, I went backtracking.
Backtracking. All right.
Yeah, see, Harvey's got it.
No,
Nope.
Everybody.
My roommate and I listened to "I Want You Back" in the car, so that's probably why it was on the brain.
Justin Timberlake was a Backstreet Boy, right?
No,
Who was
it was
Justin Timberlake then? Was he in
pretty sure he was
NSYNC?
in sync. Yeah,
Ah,
pretty sure Jesse McCartney was O-Town, but nobody ever thinks about him.
who's Jesse McCartney?
Exactly.
One of our
He
floor
sang that.
staff went to his concert recently.
Okay, I love that though. I genuinely love that. Was it who I'm thinking of?
Hmm?
Is it who I'm thinking of?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean,
Jesse
maybe, I don't
McCartney
know.
sang that song that's like the beautiful soul song.
Yeah.
That's
He
not
did-
gonna mean anything
He
to
did
Harvey.
like Disney stuff, right?
I don't know if it was Disney, but it was definitely like young crowd. Like I don't know if he was tied directly to Disney, but
Looking
it
it
was
up,
probably that like
songs,
age.
Beautiful Soul, and it's tied to That's So Raven?
what?
No, he performed it on That So Raven, but it wasn't like it was his song before.
No, I know that. It's just that's what it was like.
Weird.
That's the first thing that popped up.
Yeah, there was like
I feel
an.
like he did Disney stuff.
I mean, that was on Disney.
Yeah, I know
So they-
that.
He was probably I don't know. Apparently, you didn't know High School Musical existed, so
I did. I just lied to you.
Just gaslit you for a
But
long
he
time.
did like voice acting and stuff, right? And then I think he did
he
like
was
a
Theodore.
live action like Disney, like DCOM movie.
Maybe that. I know that he was Theodore in Alvin and the Chipmunks.
He was in
Really?
several
Yeah.
Disney shows
Huh.
as himself, like just showing up.
Live action show though, movie
Yeah.
though, not like the cartoon. I'm talking about
Oh.
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah, he was Theodore.
What?
Interesting.
Damn,
What?
interesting.
I have way too much knowledge on Jesse McCartney, actually. That's kind of weird. My sister was obsessed with him growing up, so that's
Ah.
probably where it
Thought
comes
he
from.
was in a movie.
Are you thinking of when they mimicked him in Stuck in the Suburbs?
No, I thought he was actually like in something else. I
Yeah, I'm
might
not
just be
sure.
thinking of all the like Disney shows he like was in.
Yeah, those tend to meld together,
Yeah.
especially if he's playing as himself.
I remember there was like a oh my god, I don't even know how the fuck to describe it because it was a DVD, but it was music videos. And I want to
Yeah, that
say he
sounds like the
had
early
a
2000s.
music video on that DVD. And there was another really weird song that I need to look up. Hold on.
One of them, That's So Music DVDs.
Something kind of like that. Hold
Uh,
on.
Oh, he did a song for Stuck in the Suburbs, which
Maybe that's
was
it.
a movie.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, damn it.
so he might have like
Oh
performed it,
my
but no,
god,
they
Google.
Man, we love Jesse McCartney hour.
We've been having a lot of hours lately.
There's so many in a day, Harvey.
I believe it's 24.
The days start
Oh my
coming and
God.
they don't stop coming. They don't stop coming.
Because You Live was a Disney original song. That was then. What?
Did you say Because You Live?
Because You, and then like the live version
Okay.
was Jesse McCartney Disney original. That's all I can find on it. Oh, was it a Disney Mania DVD?
Maybe.
Because they had those.
It might have been something
But
like
those
that.
weren't music videos. Those were just CDs, I think.
Because I remember, like, it didn't play as a CD. It played in the DVD player.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm genuinely trying to figure this out, but he was on Hannah Montana, but I think he played himself.
Yeah.
Man, that was an unfortunate year for him.
So there was a song
He was
that
also
is
on
apparently
Sweet
called Geek Love by Fan3, who is an American
Fan.
teen rapper. And all I remember is that the chorus was,
Who the fuck is this?
I wouldn't call him fly, suspenders and a bow tie, wouldn't call him the man, but he can still hang with Fan.
With Fan?
With Fan. It was like a weird song. It was like the opposite perspective of Pretty Fly for a White Guy by The Offspring. Like, this is the woman in love with that guy.
because her name is Fan3.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. I was like, Fan? What the fuck?
It was such a weird, like, that song, like, low-key haunts me. Like, I still think, like, I hear that line, the suspenders and a bow tie, and that exact, like, cadence, and it had a full music video for it. It was just like this geeky teenage boy.
How do I open image new tab? Can this work? Please look at this lyric video still that I just found. Why is it Urkel?
What? What the?
What's
I
happening?
put it in the Twitch chat.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my god.
I mean, that was
So
the
funny.
energy, basically. Yeah, just like this nerdy little, like, white kid.
Yeah. That's really funny, actually.
Yeah.
Man, what a night. We love Jesse McCartney hour.
Yeah, then last Wednesday we had Muppet Hour.
Yeah.
And
We had
really
Dragon
are
Ball
having
Z
a lot of
hour.
hours. No.
That
Man.
one was interesting.
Apparently, y'all had Connecticut Clark hour.
Oh yeah,
Unless that was just
Yeah, we
Harvey.
started it. We started
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that.
that was the better start of today. Yeah.
Oh man,
I have
remember
beautiful souls
Garibaldo?
stuck in my head
I
now.
don't
Oh
want to.
God.
Take over. Anyways,
Pardon?
can't get copyright.
Okay, that thing's dead.
That was my sister's song on karaoke when we were kids.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was weird. She had like a little early 2000s karaoke machine in her bedroom.
Interesting.
We would sing that. We would sing Move Along by All American Reject.
That's a mood.
And we would sing,
Oh,
oh my
man.
gosh, what else was there?
Wasn't that in the Transformers movie, the first one with Shia LaBeouf?
I don't think so, but I could be wrong.
I want to
Maybe,
say there was an
the-
All-American Reject song that was in that.
You might be thinking of Dirty Little Secret, but that could
I
You
don't think
might be-
that was the one.
You might be thinking of the Bionicles commercial.
That might also be it, I'll be honest.
Hold on,
I don't know. I
hold on.
want to say... I'm pretty sure there was at least a Linkin Park song that was used.
All American Rejects Transformers Real World? Firmers Real World? Or Transformers is really hard to say with my tongue piercing, okay? I'm finding new words that I can't say with the
It's
piercing.
very funny.
Will you never be able to say them again, or is it
Transformers.
just-
I can say it.
But yeah, in the end was the credit song for Transformers
Yeah.
1.
I knew there was a Linkin Park song.
They sang the song, it was Real World, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen.
Okay.
Ah,
Green Day was also on that soundtrack,
I was like,
along
I know
with
there were quite
Nickelback.
a few bands like that
And
that
Linkin
were
Park.
involved. Like, that's all I remember. They all
Yeah.
kind of blend together. But they
the
were there.
first Transformers movie is actually how I found out about Linkin Park.
Oh my god, that's so
Wild.
valid.
You want to know how I found
You know, Eric, I bet mine was probably also from Transformers.
Mine
Yeah,
was
I-
from Twilight.
Yeah.
I could say a sentence that would absolutely destroy me. Right? Stay quiet.
Man,
not
they
gonna
keep
reveal that.
playing Twilight in the break room at work.
Good, as they should. 10 out of 10 movie. Best comedy.
Oh yeah,
They were getting
it
mad
is
that I kept
real
laughing
fun to
at it.
watch.
I told you, it's so fun to watch as long as you laugh at it. If you take it seriously, it's not fun.
Oh man, yeah, I remember watching Twilight with you
Eric.
at 1 a.m. in my
Yeah.
Oh my god, was that at 1 a.m.? Oh my gosh, that's right.
Yeah.
Eric drove me home like really, really late.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, we watched Twilight really late, and it's a funny movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to watch more bad movies with you guys.
There's so many other Twilights, and they're all equally as bad, if not get worse.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought you said they got better.
Depends on how you look at it. They like,
They get
okay, they
funnier.
get better, but then they get worse again. Like,
Me too.
like the first one's iconic, right? Like the first one's really funny, classic, horrible. The second one is good. It's funny. There's not as many like there are like cringy bits, like funny, like haha. But not as many as the first one, I don't think. And then Eclipse just gets lost in my head. I could not tell you what happens to that. Then the last two just are like whammies again. Those are crazy.
Excuse me.
Wait, it was after that night that at one point Sony found I found an image which is a still from the first Twilight movie, but they just took out the filter. It just looks so funny.
Yeah, it does look really weird without the filter on it.
Yeah, because it's a still from when they were doing the baseball game.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. It's so good. I've seen that where they're all like hunched over.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, what the fuck?
Oh man, yeah, we gotta have a get drunk, watch Twilight
Oh my god,
night
that'd be
together.
so chaotic. Absolutely chaotic.
Oh god.
What? Forgot that was a button.
Quick turn.
Oh, he didn't do it.
Not yet.
There we go. The quick turn is disorienting to me.
Yeah, I feel ya. That feels like shit that's just there for the pro gamers.
Yeah.
Pro gamers and the speedrunners.
Yeah, for speedrunners might as well be pro gamers.
Fair enough, yeah.
You know, top level gamers.
Top level gamers.
Yeah, because I don't think most speedrunners get paid. Excuse me.
Yeah, some of them find a way to get paid.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Gosh, I love the McElroy brothers
Why did
so
my ears
much.
just start ringing?
Oh, is
It
there?
was the McElroy brothers.
Oh. Griffin, please.
What chicanery have these three gotten into this time?
You want to try that sentence one more time? You wanna...
What chicanery has these brothers
Nope.
Still
three gotten
didn't get
into this
it.
time?
Still
Still
didn't
didn't
get
get
it.
it, still flubbed it.
What chicanery have these
No.
brothers three gotten into?
Well, now I'm not
This
Still-
answering you.
Still stumbled through it somehow.
How about you not put a voice on it and you just sound out the words?
You know, at one point you just have to embrace the fact that you're not going to be able to say it, right? You know,
That was me with
make it into
Transformers.
a bit.
I tried to say something
So
the
what's
other
up
day.
with the boys?
It honestly was just a video on TikTok of Justin McElroy seeing another dude wearing a random stranger wearing the same shirt as him, and then walking up to him and putting his arms out for the hug. And his wife commented and was like, genuinely, I told him that the man wouldn't hug him, and then he said, watch, and then hugged him. Or something like that. It was really funny. I love them.
Oh.
They're so fucking funny. I've been listening to Ether C so much. Do we have D&D tomorrow? No, never mind. Tomorrow's Monday. Okay.
The Tuesday after that, we do have D&D.
Wait, yeah. So this upcoming Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2
Okay,
days
cool.
from now.
Cool.
2
Thank you.
days from now.
Man, I have not existed for a few days now. Anyways.
Valid. Me too.
But yeah, I've been listening to Ether C so much at work. It's usually what I put on when I'm like doing like pastry pull and, you know, stuff like that. Amazing. It's so good.
Yeah, Ether C is really good. How far have you gotten?
I don't want to spoil anything.
Did you get to the part?
Well, I literally just said I didn't want to spoil anything, so
I'm
don't
gonna
start saying
I'm gonna be
things.
vague about it. Jeez, I know how to
But
not
what if
spoil
you
stuff.
spoil it for them?
Yeah, like
I don't think
I
Bella's
can-
caught up.
Did you get into the part with the memory zone?
yes, that made me cry at work.
Oh yeah.
I'm on episode 33. You can go figure out where that is. Oh, I can say this. They found a ghost ship. That is what I'll say.
Spoilers.
On one of their,
Haven't
it's
gone
not.
there
It's
yet.
a random encounter. It's one of the random encounters.
The expensive one?
The big one, yeah. You
Oh,
say
yeah,
that like there's
that's-
multiple, and I was not aware that there was multiple, so
Spoilers.
Ugh.
apparently.
I don't think there's multiple. I
You're
didn't
just saying
remember
things.
it being a ghost ship. I remember it as being like a ship made of gold.
You're thinking of a different ship.
Okay.
We're gonna stop
Spoilers.
talking about this.
I don't
Man,
have the
my
thing
dude.
yet. Okay, bye. Come on, Leon. Stop holding your belly. You're okay.
Yeah.
He's
I know,
let me,
really hurt.
I know you're in caution, but you're fine. Don't worry.
Wait, okay, so you're on episode 34?
My guy.
33.
33. Okay. My fucking
Shit.
my fucking podcast app has it listed like season 4, episode 34, episode 29.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know why the fuck you're not using
Interesting.
Spotify to start off with.
Cuz Spotify does not have what I need.
Yeah, what's that?
Just various stuff like
Like,
Yeah?
mainly it still shows episodes I've listened to, which is something I don't like.
I mean, yeah, but it shows that they've been listened to.
Yes, but
Like
Like,
it says.
like that's fine when you're going like from like if you're caught up on something, but if you're not caught up on something, which I'm not caught up with most of my podcast, then you have to like
Huh?
What? You can
Like, okay,
hide
what?
the played episodes.
can you?
Yeah.
Since when?
For fucking
Forever.
years.
I don't do it because I'm a monster, but you can do it.
Harvey just didn't look hard enough.
I really liked when I was listening to the Magnus Archives on Spotify for the first time. And for whatever reason, it went from episode 9 to episode 100. But episode 100 was done in a very weird way because it was almost like an anthology episode where it was a bunch of the archive assistants taking statements. And there were people saying their names, and I'm like, I know this name because I've seen it on Tumblr, but where did they come from? And then I saw that it wasn't episode 10 that played next, it was 100, I was like, what the fuck?
That
Why
happened
did
to
it
me.
do that?
That happened to me with NatPod.
Oh, no. That's a jump. 100 is their last episode.
Yeah, it wasn't as drastic, but it still was like, wait, hold on, wait, did I miss something? It's like,
my God.
oh yeah, I missed like more than a couple of episodes for some reason.
This woman is evading me.
God damn it.
Ma'am?
No. Oh god.
You bastard.
Shit! Shit! Get out of the way, man!
bastard.
Get out of the way! Get out of the way! There's a thing behind us. He's so fast.
You can't escape.
Oh god, I forgot there's a second one. Oh my god, this is the worst. I need you to die. I said I need you to die. Oh my god, this is awful. This is horrendous. Oh my god.
This does not look good. Well, bye-bye, Leon.
Bye, Leon.
There goes Leon.
Let's hold a funeral for his honor.
Bring those two.
But yeah, anyway, you can hide episodes you've listened to on Spotify.
How do I do this?
I don't know, it's like an option.
Yeah, you just go to where it says show all and just switch that to just unplayed.
Yeah.
I see no show all button.
Get fucked, I guess, then.
Oh, here we go. It's in the sort.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. On desktop, it's its own option that just shows at the top of the podcast.
So I selected the show unplayed episodes option. Played episodes are still there.
Get fucked, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to help you, man.
Yeah.
Spotify hates you, I guess. Sir.
Come on, Spotify. I pay for your service.
Yeah, give me my knife back, please. Thank you. God fucking damn it.
Hey, you heartless.
Looking down after that and seeing that message really got me.
Let's Birkin, my gherkin.
I hate that. I hate the fact that I can, like, hear you say it.
Yeah, that's how talking works.
No, not you. The one who wrote it. I can imagine him saying it. You know, how's closing going? You know what? Keep this up, I'm not bringing you a cake on Wednesday.
Workplace drama.
Good luck with closing.
Giving him a real close shave, huh?
Gotta make sure the dead.
Might as well when you got infinite knives. Excuse me, infinite knife.
That was... No,
You
not
ready
all of them. There we go.
Now that's all of them. Now for the fun
Alright,
part.
there's gonna be one that flanks.
One that
Bitch.
flanks and one that tranks.
Go,
Ooh.
go, go!
Is that a sprain?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not where that should be.
No, it's not. And that's why I hate it. Ow!
Oh, my dad caught a shiny Sylveon in Pokemon Go, apparently.
Nice. Bitch.
Oh,
Off.
yeah.
Alright.
So these guys are all infected with T virus?
Son of a bitch.
Yes. I think. Maybe? There's a lot of different viruses.
Yeah. So just like some people just like some people just go into zombies and then some people are like, oh, what if I didn't need skin?
Some of them are like, what if I had 1,000,000 eyeballs, actually?
Oh man.
Ow.
Oh Jesus. That looked like it hurt.
Not enough.
Yeah, that was actually a regular dude, and then he fell over. And now he can't talk.
Put him out of his misery. It's okay.
Don't you worry.
He was paralyzed.
Oh,
He would have just been torn apart by zombies if I didn't kill him.
yeah. Instead, he was torn apart by you.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Gets to be
There was-
torn apart by a hot twink.
Yeah.
Love
With a
that.
knife.
My dream, honestly.
Oh man.
Somebody's note.
No, yeah. Just the whole time watching you play this, I've just been like, oh, it's just like my SCPs.
Okay.
Oh my
Oh, the
god.
SCPs are your Blorbos.
Oh man, yeah. Was that guy back up?
Yeah.
Hey, can you help me out? Oh.
Oh, his other arm broke. I didn't even do that. It just did that.
He was just asking for help with his broken arm.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
I have to go spell Murph on this weird device I just found. Hold on.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
Ryan
gonna
Murphy.
dip, guys. I'm really
Oh, okay,
tired. Or
bye.
kill me.
That's so
Alright, have a
valid.
good
Goodbye.
one.
Good night.
Bye.
Work also
Sleep
killed
tight.
me. Goodbye. I need to go spell Murph. I'm pretty sure. I think this one is a Murph.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I
Murph.
see. What's the opposite of a blorbo? Because I think that's what SCPs are for me. You know, because like Blorbo's like your comfort character. SCP, it's like it's the only thing keeping me awake. You know, it's keeping me on edge, keeping me sharp.
I don't know. Scrungly?
Scrimblow.
Maybe. Bill Scrumbly. Or whatever it was.
Oh yeah, Bill Scrumbly from Gravity Pungly.
No, or no, it was like Bill Timbley. I forget what it is, but it was like Animal Crossing fans be like, I hate Bill Scrimbly. And you look and it's just like a bunny rabbit.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I don't.
It's like Bill Wimbley. I forget what it is.
Bill Wimbley sounds real right. No, yeah, these guys especially, like, these guys just really make me think about the flesh that hates.
Oh god, the flesh that hates.
Yeah, like, they got the tentacles and everything.
Yeah.
I like that SCP that learned how to cook and it got real chill real quick.
Oh yeah, that's just another murder monster.
That one
Yeah,
made me kind of sad.
It's just... Oh man, I wish all SCPs were written like that. It's like they're just a murder monster and then someone gets some enrichment and therapy. And then they're just a nice guy who just happens to be able to stop existing while you're looking at them. And has a knife for a tail. You know?
It was like, it started with like, oh, we gave it a bowling ball, and like it broke it or something, and got sad.
Yeah.
And like, we gave it a chicken.
It starts off playing music for them. They did not like they didn't like environmental music. What is that called?
Ambient?
Like white noise and stuff. Yeah, ambience, white noise, all that stuff. But they liked Beethoven and Enya. Then they're given a ball, which they cut in half. Then they're given another ball, which they cut in half, and then they're given a bowling ball, which they aren't able to cut in half immediately. And they roll it around, and then they chip it, and they freak out, and they get another bowling ball.
Yeah, that
And then
little guy just made me kind of sad.
Yeah. Like, dude was in there for 10 years before they gave him some music. Oh.
Because, like,
Or-
every other, like, SCP, like, I feel like they basically just, like, capture this thing, put it in a room, leave it alone for forever, and then they're like, it seems to be angry.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, you just kidnapped it and then locked it up and just were like,
Yeah.
it's upset. It'd be like if I
man.
locked Barbus in a room for forever.
There are some
It's
that
like, this
it's
creature
like, well,
hates doors and it wants to destroy every door. It's like, no, it's just a dog that wants to go outside.
New messages.
Yeah. Yeah, to be fair, a lot of them, it's like, well, yeah, that one I get. There are just a lot of murder monsters, you know?
Alright.
But what if they're not? And no one has found their proper enrichment.
You know, that is true. Like there's SCP-106, the old man, right? Who is an old man who can essentially like put goo onto walls and then he can walk through the walls using the goo. And then sometimes he goes into his own parallel dimension using the goo, right? And he likes to hunt people like prey, and then once he captures them, he drags them to his torture dimension and tortures them for as long as he cares to. But there's another SCP, the Desire camera, which you take a picture of someone using the Desire camera and it shows you their desires. And when they took a picture of this sadistic old man, it was him and a kindly old woman on like a farmhouse on a bright sunny day. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that reminds me of a SCP story that sort of connects to that,
Mm-hmm.
which was, I believe it was called the Red Dot Dimension, which is a
Red
story
Dot
that's essentially like the origin story of the old man.
Ooh. I'll have to read that.
I think it was the Red Dot Dimension. I don't fully remember it. It was a long time ago that I listened to it. But yeah, it was essentially that, and like what you just said, like, yeah, that makes sense with that story, with that backstory. It makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There is, but there's definitely some guys who probably, should stay contained, like the fucking hard to destroy reptile.
Uh,
Yeah. They took a picture of the hard to destroy reptile, with the Desire camera, and it was just him, like Godzilla size killing people.
That's his proper enrichment.
the hard to kill reptile. Whenever I think of it, the first thing that comes to mind is like a f- it was like there's the thing that happened when is like there's this other SCP that's just I believe it's like just a little girl that does
Oh
whatever
yeah.
they're told.
Um.
And that girl managed to fucking beat the shit out of him.
Oh no no no. Okay. Your thing. There. It's That's Mrs. Cho, I think.
Yeah, I think that might have been
Um.
it, actually,
But
yeah.
yeah, she does whatever you tell her to do, but only like to 50% completion. And so
Yeah.
she was told to beat him until he was 200% dead. And she almost did it, but then he told her, "Just kill me, you bitch," and then she got confused and stopped.
And like she couldn't, like it contradicted itself, so she just couldn't do anything.
Yeah, there. Let's
And
see how.
not the other one that with Hard to Destroy Lizard is the SCP-999, the
Oh,
Hog
the
Monster,
tickle
the
monster.
Tickle Monster, yes.
Oh yeah, he fucking hated that one.
Yeah, I fucking
Oh
love
yeah.
that though. It was so funny to me.
Um. Oh man, there's also there's the young girl.
Oh yeah, the
Um,
young girl.
yeah. Her deal is that if you stick around her for more than 10 minutes, you become incredibly violent and kill everyone around her until you try to kill her, and then you die when you try to kill her. Um, and then basically when she was put in a room with the hard to destroy reptile, the hard to destroy reptile pretty much just turned into like a puppy dog.
Oh yeah. That was I remember that. That was so funny too. But yeah, there are those recipes that are just straight up sad.
Oh yeah, there's
Like
the
the
here
saddest
word
one for
dragon.
yeah, that's the saddest one for me. There were dragons.
Hmm. Oh man, yeah,
That's-
it's so sad because like they couldn't
God
have
damn it.
done anything.
Yeah, it was like there's nothing to be done here.
Yeah. Oh man, what I've been researching a lot lately is about SCP 001.
Dispensing solution now.
Have you like looked into SCP 001?
You mean all the proposals for
Yeah.
SCP-001?
Yeah.
I've seen some, yeah.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, basically, when you go onto the page for SCP-001, it just gives you a list of possible answers. And like they're, supposedly like all fighting to earn the
Manual
spot
mode
of
engaged.
001.
Adjust amount of solution
Um,
to match cartridge capacity.
and yeah, so I've been delving into those lately. Um,
Well, one of the interesting one that is one of the funny ones from there is the one that's just the SCP wiki.
oh yeah, yeah. It's the database they call it.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. The fucking O5 Council is aware that their reality exists as a community-driven wiki, and so they're trying to find out how to kill the authors of the wiki so that they don't fucking write any more SCPs for them to deal with.
yeah.
Yeah. Personally, my favorite one, or like the one I think deserves the spot, is normalcy.
Which was
Um,
normalcy.
that's essentially like the SCP Foundation's um definition of reality. So anything that doesn't fit this definition is what an anomaly is.
Ah.
Um,
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
yeah, like I feel like that's um like it fits thematically, and it's like not over the top like some of the other proposals. A
Yeah.
lot of those 001 proposals just feel very very like first SCP, I'm gonna make it into the coolest, most powerfulest thing ever.
Like the
Sort of deal.
gatekeeper.
Yeah, the gatekeeper. Um, the gatekeeper I also don't like because it's a little too Judeo-Christian centric. That one and God's blind spot. Um, then there's the Crimson King.
Crimson
Which
King is an interesting one though.
yeah, the Crimson King I like better.
It has some interesting things to it, at least.
But yeah, like I don't I don't know. I just don't think he has that like wow factor to earn the 001 spot, because he's just he he's just another giant thing that's gonna end the world,
I mean, fair,
Um,
yeah.
yeah. The one that kind of gets on my nerve is the fucking Ouroboros cycle.
Oh, you don't like the Ouroboros cycle?
No, the Ouroboros cycle was, oh god, it was a whole thing.
Complete.
I know. I've
Um,
listened to the
yeah,
entire thing of the Ouroboros cycle.
yeah,
It was
god,
interesting, right?
like the main thing with the Ouroboros cycle for me is the one fucking story uh of them trying to kill the O5 cancel. It like that story in particular just kind of grinds my gears just a little bit.
Them trying to kill the O5 Council?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like a personal pet peeve of mine. Like to me, the O5 cancel is interesting because of how mysterious they are, and then that story takes away all the mystery, and just like it's just so over the top, and then it just ends with the main character just immediately losing his conviction. Like, it was like, I have to kill the SCP Foundation. Actually, you have to join the SCP Foundation.
Actually,
I
you
guess.
are the SCP Foundation now. Like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, that is the
Yeah.
sort of the point of it, though.
Like, that's the point, but like it's
That is why it's called the Ouroboros cycle. Because
like,
it just goes back into itself.
yeah, like the thing
Dispensing solution now.
that cycle in particular could have been done better, because it just feels like he's just doing what he's told. Is like, you are the SCP Foundation now. Well, I guess it is.
That
And it's
did the trick.
like in the beginning he was so convinced that the SCP Foundation was no good,
Warning.
and then he
You
just,
have dispersed
no,
a
well, I
dangerous
guess I'm
solution
this
without
council now,
authorization.
you
Your
know.
actions have been logged, and you
Um,
may be subject to disciplinary measures.
and yeah, there's also a thing where he like they don't actually kill any of the members. They just kind of luck into killing the members.
Yeah, well, they
Yeah.
they kind of wind up
Yeah.
being through luck. They weren't.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Pretty
The
much.
interesting one,
Uh-oh.
though, was the one that had to do with death, though.
Yeah, that one I like at that point I was like, oh yeah, this is an interesting story. You know, they all made a deal with death. And you have to kill the person who had a deal with death in order to be able to kill them. And after that, it just kind of all went downhill. Like the fucking like the one with the liars, like just layers of bullshit. They're just fucking trapped lying to each other for eternity.
That did the trick.
It's like they could just, like it felt like they could just stop lying to each other, and then they could be good, like, you know. There was but yeah, there was also like the Broken God one.
Oh, the Birkin guy. And the
Yeah,
spirits and all
like,
that.
yeah, like I love like the lore behind like Mechane and you know, the Mechanites versus the Sarkanists.
Yeah, the Sarkis and the Mechanists are interesting to you.
Yeah, I like those two
thing.
factions, but then like they just have like the Broken God was just kind of a lamer version. Like it felt more like a Sarkin thing, you know? Like it was just like a mindless monster, you know, eating metal.
Yeah.
And then yeah, like then it's also kind of like a lackluster Ouroboros,
I guess.
because like it's not like, you know, when I heard the Ouroboros cycle, you know, I was like, okay, so yeah, they're gonna contain this, but then create, you know, the thing that they contain. You know, in a cycle like that. No, they just lose it. They just lose the SCP, and then it's back at that's not Ouroboros. That's just, you fucking lost it. That's just incompetency. Yeah, I like the children. The children was good.
I don't remember the children.
They
I don't think I had seen the children.
Hopefully the G sample's up here.
The children, they're part of the Ouroboros cycle too. Basically, there's like an anomalous kingdom of Abaddon, and the members of this kingdom can just look at shit and then it fucking disappears. So to fight the kingdom, they create SCP-011, which is 9 children infused with the kingdom of Abaddon's power, and a computer, who can disintegrate anything you tell them to disintegrate, anywhere in the world.
Okay, this sound familiar.
And so yeah, they disintegrate the kingdom of Abaddon, and then the guy who created them goes crazy for the children, so he kills one of the O5 council members, and then they kill him, and then they bury the children in lead-lined graves.
Yeah, that's very SCP-like.
Yeah. And so I like that one, because, like, to me, like, I see that and it's like, oh, okay, so the children are the kingdom of Abaddon, and so they come back and thus have to be created to fend off the kingdom of Abaddon. I liked that. Um, but yeah, the main thing with the Ouroboros cycle, like, it like after you get into because it's 4 stories. And then the first 3 seem unconnected, and then the 4th story where they're killing the O5 Council connects to the 3rd story, where they have like the supercomputer with the black hole guy, and like that, just felt weird. That just I don't know. Yeah, like when I heard about the Orbo cycle, I was really hoping it was like 4 stories that at first feel disconnected, and then when you read them all, you realize they're all connected. But nope, the last story only like references the 3rd story for just like a short part. Yeah. I guess I got my hopes too up high with the Ouroboros cycle.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I like Normalcy and the Ream of Papers. Like I think those 2 are the ones that should be in the 001 spot personally. But my favorite one, like my personal favorite, is When Day Breaks.
When Day Breaks.
When Day Breaks.
I remember seeing them, I don't fully remember it now.
Oh, When Day Breaks is creepy. So, in the When Day Breaks timeline, SCP-001 is the title given to the sun after it turns on humanity.
Okay, yeah, no, that sounds familiar.
Yes, so the sun gains anomalous abilities. First of all, the ray of lights, or how you say, the spectrum of lights that it emits slightly differs. It's more towards the red end of the light spectrum now, which unfortunately causes the solar panels to not work. And second, coming into contact with this light will melt any organic material. And so yeah, to survive, everyone has to stay in the shade underground if they can and fight together.
Thanks for the Pepsi Man.
Shout out to the Pepsi.
Yeah, that guy had to die. He took too long in the nap room.
He didn't pay his stay at the Pod Hotel.
Nap room ain't free, bitch.
But yes. Then you find out that the sun doesn't just melt you, it creates you into an SCP-001-1 instance. Basically, you become just a melty man, mind controlled by the sun. Melty man. Even Pepsi Man couldn't defend himself from the power of the sun.
These turns you into a Capri Sun commercial.
Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, just Capri Sun, flesh flavored. But yeah, basically, once you are melted by the sun, you gain one singular purpose in life: to drag every other living thing out into the sun with you.
Oh shit, that's beta tape.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got eyes on the G-Virus.
We're going in.
Here's Birkin.
Dr. Birkin, you'll come along with us quietly.
You think I didn't know you were coming? This is my life's work. I'm not handing over anything.
How do
We
none
have
of
our
them notice that
orders,
his
Dr.
hand's
Birkin.
like in his coat?
I'll ask you one more time. Stop! Hold your fire!
I think they noticed. They just were gonna shoot him anyway.
They weren't supposed to
What the
shoot
fuck were
him.
you thinking?
That's the problem.
Our orders were to bring him in alive.
They're cops, though.
We had a snafu. Target
No,
missed.
but they
We
needed
had to
him.
take him on.
These aren't cops, this is Umbrella.
That's correct, sir. Roger that. Just the sample.
This is a
Respect the
private
badge.
military.
Respect it.
Let's move.
Respect the badge.
Respect it.
Yeah, private militaries are just cops, without the middleman.
So those were G samples.
Yeah, but again, Harvey. They needed him alive. That was Umbrella's orders, who is the private military.
Nah, what I'm saying is just that cops like shooting people. You know, never learned how to not shoot people. Oh, what was that? Was that...
What, my lavender?
Yeah, I just saw the plant flash.
Yeah, my lavender plant.
Fun.
Oh shit, it's a panda.
Hey, it's Panda.
Oh. I don't like that there's a box, but not a save.
Nah, it's probably nothing.
I don't like when they do that to me.
I'll be fine.
But yeah.
Oh, a shower. Finally.
He really needed it.
I wish it would clean up Leon's player model.
Kind of looks like it is. A little bit.
Like, if I stand here long enough, all the dirt, like, washes off.
But yeah. The cool thing about like when day breaks SCP is that like there's like a bunch of stories written about like what other SCPs do in the When Day Breaks event.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because it is its own timeline.
Yeah. My favorite one is the Shy Guy. Do y'all know the Shy Guy?
No.
I do.
Basically, the Shy Guy is the nickname given to SCP-096. He's just a long, scrawny, pale man, whose jaw can just like unhinge, and if you look at his face, he will come for you.
Rude.
And kill you, no matter what.
Seems a little unnecessary.
You know, he doesn't want to do it. It's just, you know, he has to, because he's painfully shy.
Me too.
You know, he's got anxiety. You know, the SCP Foundation took a picture of him with the Desire camera, and it was just the place he was sitting in, but empty.
Oh, that's me.
And so yeah, His When Daybreak story, basically, he just hangs out in the SCP Foundation place, like while all the other murder monsters are like escaping. He's just sitting alone, crying to himself. Um, and then a mom and her child come, and he sees the mom, freaks out, kills her. And then the child is just there, like, "Mommy, where are you, mommy?"
no.
And the child looks dead into his eyes. And he's like, "Oh God, I'm gonna kill this child," and then he doesn't because he finds out the child is blind,
Huh.
and so he takes care of the child. And for the first time, like ever, he's happy.
Oh.
Forced found family. Also, thanks for the visualization of what this person looks like. Really appreciate that in chat. A bit cursed, but thank you.
I mean, it's an SCP, so.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's cursed to think of him but bald.
That was easy. All right, now back to 8.
I really love that cutscene.
Wait,
That cutscene is so funny.
what image are we looking at?
We're not looking at an image. He was telling me to visualize him but bald. And that's what the SCP looks like.
A mental image.
Because I
Harvey.
know him. I know his face.
I was just there looking for like a link to click on. I was like, "Where's the image?"
Let me Photoshop him but bald. I don't think I have a picture of him, but let me just get a picture of him real quick. And then I'll Photoshop him but bald.
He's mine.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. We can leave.
Okay, bye. You got this, Annette. I'm out.
Sorry, William. Left me no choice.
Why are you getting closer? Guys.
Ooh, I don't like this angle.
Guys, you don't need to get closer.
You called this thing William. Why?
Well, there's Birkins.
It shouldn't have been like this.
I really hate that in Leon's route, these two never once mention that they have a daughter
You're telling me you weren't
who
involved in
is,
this?
like, lost somewhere.
But we never meant for this to happen.
Because in Claire's route, instead of Ada, you have Sherry,
Right from the
Birkin,
start.
as your, like, little companion for half of the game. But they never mention their 8-year-old daughter who's also, like, lost in the city somewhere. Like, in Leon's route, Sherry is an afterthought.
Good God, William. What have you done?
So you made this monster.
We made the G-Virus, but we never intended
You can
this
spin it any way you want.
Guys.
You're still responsible.
Guys. Ripping it. Yeah, Birkin became a gherkin. That's exactly.
Isn't a gherkin like a pubic?
Probably. I don't fucking know. It's something.
No, that's a merkin.
Yeah. Though, I've definitely heard this, like, said before, and I don't know what it is. It's just a bad sound.
Let's look it up, I guess.
This fight.
Actually, I know. Gherkin is the name of Justin McElroy's skeleton character.
I just hate how it sounds. Excuse me, sir.
Oh yeah, it is an awful, stinky word.
Oh my god. Get out of here.
Oh no. There's a man named Igor Gherkin. Poor guy.
Ah, I'm on fire.
Are you?
I was for a brief moment. Sir. Oh yeah, Annette doesn't die. She's a cockroach. This woman will never die. Despite your best efforts.
Good for her.
No, bad. Yeah. Huh. That idiot dropped it on himself.
Run, Leon, run. It's nice that you have like nice ample room to fight this guy.
Yeah.
Ah, good old boss arena.
Oh, no more.
Get his
Uh-oh.
thigh.
Stab him!
Stab him in the thigh.
Excuse me.
You just phased through his arm. Love that for you.
It's to make up for all the other times that somehow he gets me. Alright, man.
He's his arm hitboxes and his arm model aren't synced up.
Excuse me. Pick something up already so I can shoot you and make you drop it on your head.
Hooey. He did it. He's down. Get his mouth eye thingy. Stomach eye. You should get
Abdomen
that
eye.
checked out by a doctor.
Okay, that one should have hit. Okay. That one seems a little unnecessary, Birkin. You didn't even use it.
He tripped and dropped it.
I mean, yeah, poor dude, but also Birkin definitely deserved everything he got. This is not a good man.
The target has been neutralized.
I think he was talking about Igor Gherkin.
Oh, maybe Igor Gherkin, yeah. That guy does not maybe deserve that name, I don't know. It's a pretty rough name all around.
Yeah.
Birkin, though, deserves it. Knife!
Service lift is now
He didn't steal it like the other time. Ugh, I'm handgun ammo rich. Where's that? There it is. Alright.
Yeah.
Oh,
Quick.
that's bad. Those weren't words that you should have typed. I hate them.
Jesus.
Can you take that comment back?
Bad.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna steal that for the D&D.
About what you said. I don't know how much
I don't like
Tell
that.
me you'll destroy that G sample.
No, it's evidence. It's going to the FBI.
You trust that bitch?
I
supposed to mean?
really hate this scene.
FBI. She's a
Like,
mercenary. She's gonna sell.
why are you believing Annette
Mars is
either?
gonna go to
Why do you
Iceland.
trust these people, Leon? You've known both of these women for like less than 4 hours, and all they have tried to do is kill each other and insult you and get you hurt. Why would you believe either of these people, Leon?
Because he's dead naive.
It's his first day.
It's his first day!
Leon's a moron.
I mean, yeah.
And the fact that he seriously considers it, he's like, Ada, you lied to me. It's like, why do you believe this bitch, though? Like, why do you believe either of these women?
Attention. Unauthorized removal. Mission. Self-destruct sequence.
Uh-oh.
Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom level training platform.
A panda, that runs out in 5 minutes.
Darn it. I was just about to write it into my campaign notes.
Barrel, hope you don't remember.
No, yeah. I did look up Igor Gherkin. He might deserve the name.
Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use
Yeah.
Leon is a simp. I mean, you're right, but...
Leon's got goldfish brain. He just believes whatever the most recent thing he was told.
I was just thinking about you.
That makes 2 of us.
Come on, man.
I was getting worried.
Now is not the time for
No, we
this.
make a good team. I gotta ask you something.
Way's clear. Please, tell me you got it.
Oh, I got it.
Leon. Leon.
Let me verify the G sample and we get the hell out of
Now is not
do
the
that.
time for this.
I ran into Annette. She claims you're not FBI.
here. Oh, Leon. Why couldn't you just hand over the sample?
Because I realized, as much as I wanted to
Why
trust
did you want to trust her at
didn't.
all?
Really
I
hoped you
don't
wouldn't know
get
this.
it.
So that's all this was. I was just some
Why do you
pawn to
trust so
Look, I'm just
easily?
doing my job.
And I'm doing mine, so drop that damn gun! I'm taking you in.
Hand over the sample, Leon.
I'm taking you in where? The police station you work for is in shambles.
Legit, man, you could just toss the fucking thing.
But I don't think you can.
Just toss the thing in there and be like, well,
Get it, bitch.
I mean,
You can
Barrel,
get
hope
it,
that
or we
doesn't
can
fall
just
into a
lose.
sewer drain. What? There she is.
How does this woman not die?
oh.
There it goes.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Gets that sample now.
God, you fucking cunt.
Hold on. I think I can.
Forget it.
Shut up, I've got you.
It's not worth it.
Don't do this.
It feels like she should be able to, like grab that pipe right there.
But that's not as dramatic as
Oh
this.
yeah. Also, her arm is shot.
She also got shot in the
Yeah.
shoulder.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
No!
It's very.
I desperately want to know how this place was built. How did they build a facility under the sewers, under the city, that deep, and no one noticed?
It's a sinkhole. We're trying to fill it in, you know? It's a big one, okay?
They drilled to the center of the earth.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated.
Construction, am I right?
To evacuate immediately to the bottom level.
Maybe they built this first and then everything else.
They built Raccoon City around this lab.
Oh, it's like in
I
Portal.
mean, it was a fucking
In
like
case
factory
of-
town.
In
Oh.
case of paradox, whatever, look directly at Core. I want to play Portal
Yeah.
on stream someday.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like it wouldn't be interesting because I have played that game so many times.
Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately.
We can do the co-op together.
And then I kill.
9.
I remember when you and me did the co-op of Portal.
Oh, that was good times.
Those were good times, actually. That was
Oh.
actually was fun, though.
She didn't aim for the bushes. How do we know? We couldn't see the bottom. There could have been bushes down there. Hey, Claire.
How you doing?
Yeah, how'd you get down here,
The whole
Claire?
place is coming down. Listen to me.
She kind of looks like
You need to get out. Fast.
no. I'm zonked.
Who were you gonna say?
I was gonna say she kind of looks like Zendaya there, but no.
Claire, are
Interesting.
you still there?
Leon? Hey, Leon, you're breaking up.
Forget about me.
Yeah, I wasn't looking with my
Get out
eyes.
of here.
You were just thinking about Zendaya.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna destroy this knife.
Oh.
I don't need it.
But
But what
it
if you get
needs
grabbed?
You know, fair enough. Put this back for now. I have so many knives, it's almost one page.
What? So what is the deal with non-infinite knives? Like you just
They
like
just
stab
break.
someone?
They break
They're very
eventually.
good, yeah.
You know how like I spend like a solid minute stabbing a zombie? If you do that long enough, your knife will just break. It just like shatters. You stab too hard. Excuse me.
So is it just like when you're like stabbing them while they're on the floor, or like?
Just in general.
Okay. Because that's weird. Like
Like
if
whenever
it's-
it gets used in any way, it
Yeah.
loses
It has
durability.
item degradation.
Yeah, cause like I don't know what game I played, but like I remember, I no, it was an Ocarina of Time. Like there's a sword that you can use it to hit enemies, but if you use it on the wall, then it breaks instantly. And so like that sounds reasonable to me, but just like not being able to like cut flesh with a knife, like it breaks.
Leon stabbed too hard. But you're
That's
also
fair.
like severing bone sometimes.
Yeah, you're cutting
Okay, go
all
work
the
now.
way through. And
Yeah.
it's not like,
He
I doubt-
ferociously cuts.
and I doubt Leon actually bothers to clean them. So like,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not like
they're
they're,
just
also
rusting
being
over.
maintained. So
Sir.
yeah.
I don't have
That's-
time for you right now.
Joke?
Excuse me.
Seven minutes until
Nice.
detonation.
Let go of me.
Ah.
I would have broken my spine with the way I fell on that flamethrower.
Don't like the Mr. X dudes have like the brain of like a 7-year-old or something?
No.
I don't know if it's that, but like they have literally just like one purpose.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's like this one's purpose is kill Leon.
Uh-huh.
And then in 3, the purpose is eliminate stars.
Stars.
Stars. That there for no reason other than I want it to be there.
That being said, the version of the virus that makes them is produced using chemicals from terrified teenagers' brains.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like it's specifically teenagers' brains that are absolutely terrified.
It's a bit odd.
And the way they do it is that they just do the operation while they're conscious.
Yeah. He got
Because
buff.
yeah, no, that would be terrifying.
Yeah, that's efficient.
Like, we're gonna slice into your brain, and then take out the scared, chemicals. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me.
What is it with this thing? Uh-oh. Not good.
How fun.
Guy's getting toasty.
Oh yeah. Here it is.
A classic.
The classic. How did you survive, ma'am, and how did you get up there? Okay, it's equipped. There you go.
And that's it.
The classic endgame rocket launcher from nowhere.
You have arrived at the bottom level.
I really do want to know, not only how does Ada survive, but like, how did she get up there? How did she get above me?
Shit.
My bet is on grapple gun.
Yeah, she just does.
Surprise grappling hook.
You know, when she's not being played, she does a really good job and finds the secret grappling hook in the game.
Yeah.
Shit! Gotta get out of here.
Go, Leon, go!
So cinematic.
Yeah.
See, this is why the US needs more trains.
To outrun massive explosions?
Yeah.
How convenient this train, quite frankly.
Love trains.
Ada gave me this bracelet.
Can't believe
I
I
miss
actually
how she
her.
talked to me.
Flashback to Ada being like, "Get out of my way, bitch! I will shoot you in the head!" And Leon's just like,
The good times.
I remember when I first met her. She blows something up in
Oh,
front of
hey,
you.
Claire.
Hey, Claire, who's this child?
Just like I said we would.
It's just so funny to me.
Hey, Claire. Who?
It's like, what you got there, Claire? Well, that was Resident Evil 2.
Leon's perspective.
Leon's route. Route A, I might add.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I get upset that Sherry isn't mentioned once, because she does show up. And you're just like, who's this kid?
Yeah, it would be more fucked up if she didn't show up.
Because you're not Claire and you can't save her.
Yeah. If you play as Leon, she just fucking dies.
The implication is she was still somewhere in the lab.
Oh, man.
But don't worry, Cher will be back in
Yeah.
a later installment.
Yeah, I just hate that, like, not once, at any point, do either of her parents mention, like, hey, our 8-year-old daughter is, like, somewhere. Hey, Todd
You know.
Habercorn!
They'd probably have to be good parents to
You know,
do that.
that's true.
It's
William at
characterization.
least had the excuse that he was a monster at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually the whole time he was fighting Leon, he was like, "Hey, if I don't make it out of this, can you find my daughter?"
Yeah. What's really sad is
He
if...
just didn't realize he couldn't be understood.
Yeah. In Claire's route, like, half of the time, instead of him just, like, screaming in pain, he's saying Sherry. Like, he's looking for her in Claire's route. He saves the day at some point in Claire's route.
Oh.
Because you have to fight, Police Chief Irons, who is reprehensible human garbage. And at some point, Birkin shows up, wrecks Iron, and then just kind of leaves. And Sherry's like, Daddy?
Aye.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That was a hell of a game.
Yeah. I love
What
this game.
What is... So there's more than one route for each character?
Each character has two
Yes.
routes, A and B.
The
It
B
depends
route
on-
unlocks once you've beaten the game.
Once you've been in the game once, that's one of the characters.
It's like New Game Plus kind of situation.
If
Changes
you
things
do-
up, adds some cutscenes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
if
think
you
it
do
adds an
Leon's,
entire fight at the end.
yeah.
yeah.
If once you do one of the characters' A route, you unlock the other character's B route. And once you do that, you essentially get a more complete timeline, and then you get an
Yeah.
extra bit at the end.
Yeah, there's like a huge a whole other like boss fight at the end on the train.
Yeah. And then you get the
Train
actual
fight.
ending.
Yeah, it's Birkin final form. When he's just a giant flesh pile with eyes.
The
Oh, yeah.
Super Omega Birkin.
Yeah.
Lava final boss has been defeated so many times that they come to you once more, but they're gross and pathetic.
Yeah, he's
Gross and
just a
pathetic.
pile of flesh.
Man. So we playing B route now?
Not right now. I might come back to that at some point.
Return someday.
If we do, it'll be Claire's B route. Because, you know, I want to switch it up. I want to be Claire. I want to do something.
Wanna say
Be
Cherry?
Claire.
Yeah, I want to save Sherry. I want to see my daughter instead of the horrible bitch. I really do not care for Claire. Or, not Claire, Ada. I love Claire.
Damn, just throwing Claire out of the
No,
bus
Claire's
there.
fine. I hate Ada. I hate Ada so much, I blocked her name from my brain.
Yeah. You know, if like all Ada had to do is just be like, dude, I'm not a fucking mercenary. Who am I gonna sell this shit to? I'm totally with the FBI.
And then
they
Leon would have been like, oh,
happily
you're
ever
right.
after.
It upsets me so much when, like, it's not even just this game, but, like, in general, in a story like this, when a character hears from another equally untrustworthy character not to trust someone, and they believe it, and
Yeah.
I'm like, why? You know that that person is also bad. Like, what? Leon, use your brain. I know you have it.
No, not yet. He hasn't gotten yet. He
That's
needs to go
fair.
through training for that.
He doesn't get the brain until he gets played by Matt Mercer.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, actually.
pretty much.
And he
Matt
also
Mercer
gains the
gave
ability
him
to
the
dodge.
brain.
Yeah, he can jump, he can dodge, he gets
Dodge!
a sick leather jacket and a
Oh,
like
hell yeah.
crossbody holster harness thing that kind of
And then
doesn't make sense, but it looks nice.
And then he instantly loses the jacket.
And then he does
Aw.
instantly lose the jacket, but he looks good without it, so
But he's still looking good, so it doesn't matter that much.
he's got the harness
Mhm.
and the ability to jump
And dodge.
and dodge
Yeah.
and
So
kick,
what-
right?
Yeah, and kick.
Yeah, he learns how to use his legs, basically.
What do you think's on the next on the agenda for Resident Evil? Like is the next thing you want to do the Claire, or maybe go to Resident Evil 3 or
I think
4 or
3
whatever?
next.
You want to try 3
I
next?
want to see my wife. I miss my wife, Harvey.
You're Jill?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. And that's the little teaser.
That's the teaser. Yeah.
It's the little thing to let you know, like, hey, there's more. Solid B rank.
Oh, you gotta be.
Yeah.
If it somehow could count the failed attempt, that would definitely be way lower than a B. If it knew about the hardcore attempt.
Unlockable.
Yeah, it's so dumb that the hard like it soft locked you there.
Yeah. Let's look at my
Like-
records.
Like yeah, like
I forgot there was a submachine gun in this game. There are certain weapons that I just, like, never use.
Yeah, that's fair. It's like the fucking what is it?
Hmm.
Here's the
One
thing.
day. One day
I
I'll
know
get that.
there's a weapon in BioShock that like you get it and then I
What?
never fucking use it.
I want to
But
know how I've missed whatever this last weapon is every single time I've played Leon's route.
Please ignore that.
Like, I don't even know what weapon it is.
just echoey Eric's laugh in the background.
One day I'll go through and, like, actually try to 100% this game.
Ooh.
I'm surprised you
Never got an
didn't
A
at the
rank.
original.
I'm not good at games. See how, like, I don't have
Yeah, but
the standard A rank? I'm just not
that
good.
didn't stop you with Attack on Titan.
That's true. But, like, hardcore? Don't know how I'll get that. I mean, I guess I'll have to do all the other ones first, where you eventually unlock, like, infinite ammo weapons.
Oh yeah, that probably make it easier.
Yeah. Without recovery item and without opening the item box, probably wouldn't be that hard playing on easy with infinite ammo. Because, like, using those special weapons, I think, still lets you get these achievements, which is kind. Pardon?
Jet jiggly deliciousness.
What are these? Well, one day I'll get those. That day's not today, though.
It could be.
Or it could not be. Have you considered that?
Yeah. That's more likely considering there's only 27 more today minutes.
Yeah.
I guess
Speed
it's
run the game. Get through the opening cutscene and then I'm at the end.
depends on your definition of today, because I know like some people end today at 3 p.m.
What?
or 3 a.m. Excuse me.
I end today's based on when I go to sleep.
Yeah, me too. Like yeah, once you're an adult and sleep past midnight regularly or stay awake past midnight regularly, it's
Yeah,
not really a useful measure.
as an adult.
Right.
Sometimes I forget that you were, like, physically incapable of staying awake past 10 p.m. when we were younger.
It's not that I was incapable, just that I
No.
very much wanted to go to sleep after
No.
10.
I genuinely think you struggled with it.
I mean,
I
he
mean,
still struggles with
I
it now.
struggled, but I was capable of it.
I don't even know if that's true.
You know, I can go back into
Why
the
did you
Skype
get so
records.
loud suddenly?
I don't know. But yeah, I can go back into the Skype records and like find instances of me being awake at 3 in the AM.
Harvey got heated.
Yeah, I'm not standing for this slander. I will not stand her for the slander.
Shut your mouth.
Um,
Anyways.
but, yeah, I just like, getting at least 8 hours of sleep every night.
I mean, same. I just do that after going to bed at 4 a.m.
I mean, back then I had to wake up at 5 a.m., so I couldn't do that.
Sure you could.
No, yeah. My house doesn't come with a time-space anomaly, I can only get 8 hours of sleep in 8 hours. I can't speed run sleep like you can.
Mm. What a shame.
Yeah.
I was just sleep deprived.
Yeah. I'm really good at functioning on little amounts of sleep though.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because I've been doing that since like the 4th grade. I just
Yeah.
kind of learned how to function at like half capacity.
Yeah. What if you get a full night's sleep for a whole week and then all of a sudden you realize you're psychic?
That'd be interesting,
You've
but I
been
don't know if I'd ever manage to get a full 8 hours of sleep for more than like 2 days in a row.
it's like in fucking The Sorcerer's Apprentice, you're only using 10% of your brains.
Mm-hmm.
You use 100% of it and then you got
Yeah.
magic and shit.
Yeah.
All right, so we're ending here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what that means? I have to hit the ends button.
that is an end button. You're right.
Uh, you know, the real button I want to press though is the
Stop
dice
stream.
button.
Oh.
No, yeah. I can't wait to press those dice buttons on Tuesday. Hope everyone will be there. Anything else we want to say before we go?
No.
No.
All right. I guess I just have one more thing to say then, and that's don't get lost without us.
Good night.
Blah!